Hello everyone, welcome back to this inspiring space. My name is Maya. What I share in this space is purely for educational purposes and hopefully to inspire you, especially if you are looking at going or traveling or entering a space that is ceremonial, working with a specific master plant or master mycelium. Today what I'd like to share is related to your own uniqueness, your own being, your own unique psyche interacting with a specific master plant. What I've noticed over the years, because I've experienced many ceremonies and worked with hundreds of guests in between the Amazon and other parts of the world, is that sometimes people would come and say, this is not for me. This is also very much related to mainly the master plant, but also the space that the person is in. Sometimes the space is not relevant for them. They don't feel comfortable enough, even though the space is supposed to be set to bring safety. Yet they notice that there's something that is either too much for them, or they're not able to respond to how this specific master plant or master mycelium is working. What I'd like to say is that this is very normal. There are specific master plants for specific people. Not every master plant is for everybody. And there's a joke that goes around in the world of plant medicine and in ceremonies and outside ceremonies, which is, let us put this master plant in the waters so that everyone drinks it or gets a shot of it in a way or another. And this kind of joke is something that we laugh about, because at the same time we know that this might not work for everybody. And that's why there's a range of master plants too. And I would like to share an example today that really happened quite recently, where I was actually offering a cacao ceremony within a retreat in which I was asked to offer that ceremony. And someone was kind of waiting for everyone else to move away in order to kind of approach me, even though he was surrounded by his friends. But he wanted to approach me with a question that was relatively private, and his question was related to the fact that everyone is going into ceremony with a specific master plant, and he doesn't feel pulled to go into that ceremony with that specific master plant. And he was asking if there's anything wrong with him. Obviously, my response in the beginning was that I laughed. I laughed at how he was expressing his innocence, really. And he was really honest about it. He didn't want to be judged. And so I kind of softened the space a little bit with a smile. And then I told him, there's nothing wrong with you. You just don't feel pulled to work with this specific master plant. Everyone's psyche is different. And therefore, there's an innate calling. I spoke about this in previous videos. But there's this feeling that I need to work with this master plant. I need to go into ceremony with this master mycelium. And therefore, there is the direction happening. If this is not happening, then there's nothing wrong. And it's fascinating here because many people are going into ceremony in order to belong. And it puts other people into this questioning of, if I'm not going into ceremony with my friends or my buddies or my tribe, will I still belong? And this is, I think, where there's a bridging of what the world of plant medicine is teaching the people who are going and working in that world, to bring that and integrate it into life, into society, and respecting that there are other people that will not choose to work with this master plant, and it's okay. And it's about embracing them as they are, and even going deeper in that friendship, if this friendship is based in honesty or based in something much deeper than just superficial things. And what I've seen over time also is that some master plans do not work well with some people. And what I mean by this, and there are precautions that are usually highlighted within the framework of preparation related to any kind of psychological imbalance or any kind of neurological imbalance. There are master plans that are not recommended. For example, in the world of ayahuasca, what is not recommended is not to go into a retreat or a ceremony feeling very weak or feeling immunocompromised or going through something physical where the body is so weak to handle the potency of such a plant medicine. And that's within the energetic signature of the ayahuasca world. Whereas in this case, what can be recommended is for those people to work with the master mycelium world, because they're much gentler, they're much softer, yet the journey can be very deep. And this is where the approaches can be different. So in this, what I'm highlighting here is that there is a signature to you, as there is a signature to specific plant medicines or master mycelium. And there is this resonance between your signature and a specific master plant. And there's also the options of going through your own transformation without ingesting any master plant. In the world of shamanism, shamanic journeying has been happening for thousands and thousands of years with instruments and with invocations and with prayers and with guiding spirits that help the person go through a specific kind of healing based on what is required without the ingestion of anything. In parallel, there are also other modalities that can help you go into an expanded state of consciousness without the ingestion of anything, including breath work, including movement and dance. And so these modalities have always been here in parallel with the master plants and master mycelium, for sure. But if there is a kind of a resistance to go into ceremony with a specific master plant, then take it as something that is giving you a sign that maybe this might not be for you. Or maybe you need to sit longer with the idea of going into ceremony with that specific master plant and see if something else would come up. And or also if your decision has been made based on, in general, influence by others. Yes, others can give us advice. Yes, we can see others going into this way of transformation. But really, when we see others transformed, when we see them changed, when we see that they really have or are integrating what they have gone through into their life, that we truly get inspired. Otherwise, it's really repetition of the same visions and the same world of colors. And that's not the only thing about the world of plant medicine. The main people who talk about the visions in that world, especially the people who have worked with the master plants for years and years and years, who are known to be as the real medicine people, the real maestros and maestras, they really say that the visions are become not important at all in the ceremony, and what becomes more important is what comes through as truth. And so where is it that we're getting distracted by, and where is it that we are focusing on really connecting with that innate sound, that innate voice that is telling us what to do? So I hope this inspired you today. And if you have any comments, please write them down and I can answer them. as much as I can if they're not too specific. Sometimes when questions are very specific, we'd rather go through them in a kind of a private way. And if you like these sharings, please hit the button below and subscribe to this channel and share it probably with others that would resonate with this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I send you much love and many blessings.